Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Washington football team. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Into a sea of defenders, and intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Past the 20, 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
But they didn't ease into that drive. Right out of the turnover, they go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And we'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
He certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-0, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Jackson going to hold on to it again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal of 39 yards.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing Jones. He's got it to Gibson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The gain of 19 and picking up the first. Now Jones. Flushed out right. We'll find Gibson here complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Back to throw again. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point good by Hopkins, and the lead is down to a field goal.
Washington 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
And here's a give to Gibson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation, because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and goal, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action with Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. He scored on the ground and through the air as the Ravens push further out in front.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
It doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. Tucker with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They go play action here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. On 2nd and 10, Jones. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, Jones. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Gibson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. They'll try to run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Dancing to his left.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, is so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A gain of 32 that time.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Montez Sweat able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Buying time to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on third down. They end up getting over 30 yards. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually...
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The quick slant caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Jones on first down. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Being chased out left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line,
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
To throw again on second down. Jones slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Jones now to throw on third down, eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We worked a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. They'll try and throw for it. complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Second and 5 now. Jones. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the interception by the Washington defense leads to a touchdown.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Forced out to his left. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Still fighting. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Dobbins. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. To throw is Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it in. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect